Right, in this video I'm going to show you how to turn your Land Rover Defender into an emergency response vehicle. Well, not quite. We're going to put a flashing beacon light on the top with our new flashing beacon magnetic mount. Now, Darren wrote to us and he'd used two of our, I'll put the picture on the screen, he used two of our mounts to mount the two magnets on either end of his slightly bigger beacon, and he said it'd be better if it's just one plate. So I said, oh, go on, we'll make a plate. So this is what we have made. So these are our clamps, and these clamp round both the Expedition roof rack crossbars and the crossbars. They're separate, so make sure you order the right one. They're slightly different sort of aerofoil parameter. So we have made a plate, and basically these clamp blocks are going to go on, and they're going to clamp round the crossbar and give you a magnetic platform which you can mount your warning light in. We have got this Ring. We've got a Ring account and they like to send us stuff, so we have designed it for the Ring. So actually let's we'll digress. We like to digress, don't we, Destiny? So this is the light from Ring. So this, apparently we're going to plug in our cigarette lighter, and all these LEDs are going to do some magical pattern, and we can pretend we're the AA going to get broken Land Rovers out of. And look what have we got. We've got all sorts of switches. You've got, I don't even know what they do. Oh, that one's a rocker switch. I don't know what that one is, and that one's another one, right? And then the idea is that we've put a hole in the middle. You can put the wire through or just tuck it round. You'll see that, wow, that is like some fierce magnetic plate. And the idea being, you'll clamp the plate on the top of the car, and then you can just keep this inside your car, and when you need to go and get someone from a breakdown, you can just whoop it out the back of your car and do it. Now, we've also done a plate for Darren, because he has got a slightly bigger system, and he gave us the measurements, so we've done a bigger plate for Darren, and you could either use two mounts or you could put 4 clamps on it, depending on how big and heavy and how fast you drive, etc, etc. But let's just go and have a look what we got this week for the Classic. Come and have a look at this. Check this out. Craig from Camtech Land Rover gave us this the other day. He said he found it in his garage, and he said it would look kind of cool on your Range Rover Classic fire rescue truck. It's certainly of the period, but I don't know if I can mount it with my ladders. So although I like the light, I like the ladders, so I'm going to have to work out, I might have to have 2 systems, ladders or warning beacons, but I like that. Thank you for that, Craig. But look at the difference in size as time has progressed from this monster to this monster. So anyway, let's get back to the video and mount this on the car. Right, so we are ready to go. So these are the 2 sizes of plates we've got. This one is 440 millimeters by 200 millimeters. This one is 240 by 140. So depending what size of light you got, you should be good to go. So, right, we are gonna, this is how this goes together. We are gonna get the bolt. These are coach bolts. They've got a little square cut out, so they're gonna sit on there. Okay, and then we need to get the one that says upper, and you see on there it's got upper. That's gonna go on there. Okay, we've got the little neoprene foam self-adhesive pads fitted on there. Let me see, can I get this? Oh, I reckon we can probably get a, we almost need some of those anti-loss washers, don't we? Right then, and then we need the one that says upper on it again, and make sure you get the 2 the same way round. Okay, right. Okay, and then we can go and put this on the car. Right, now we've got to make sure we get it on the car the right way round. Right, so if you grab your chair, Destiny. Right, so here we are up on the roof. So, right, the first thing you've got to do is obviously mount this plate. Now, make sure you get it the right way, and the rubber seal, it will fit, it will follow the profile. If you've got it the wrong way, it won't match. Right, and then you've got to get the lower part, and you've got to make sure it goes on the same way as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then you've got to put the metal plate under the bottom. Okay, and that's giving us our little sandwich. So the 3D printed black pieces are just spacers in effect. Now, you don't want to do this up too tight. Right, while I'm doing this, could someone answer me this question? What are the rules on using flashing orange lights on your car? Can just anybody do it? Can anyone pretend to be the AA? Are there any rules? Now, that one from Ring is CE marked. I'm just trying to get this the right way around, yeah. So it is CE approved, so I think it sort of meets those regulations, but what do you reckon, Destiny? I expect there's some rule somewhere, isn't there? There's always a rule. We love rules in the UK. Right then. Okay. Right then. Let's get those. And then what I'll do is, I guess we're going to want it in the middle, aren't we? I mean, I've chosen to put it on this front one, which I think is pretty central on the car and give us the best warning. But it's got to be a good idea. If you've gone down on a little lane to get someone who's broken down, or your mate's broken down, it's got to be only a good thing to warn people you're there. But some of these lights can be a bit dazzling, can't they? Right then, so we're going to put that in the middle. Does that look central? Right, let's tighten that up. Right, I'll get on and tighten this up, then we'll grab the light and we'll see what it looks like. Right, Destiny asked a good question. So why don't you just stick it on the roof? But of course, the roof is aluminium. So look, that isn't going to stick there. The roof in the middle is glass and the roof at the back is also. So yeah, you can't stick these on the roof of your Defender. You need something metallic. So here we go. So we're all ready to go now. I just think I put that hole in the middle thinking I was clever, but I don't think there's room between the plate and the and there to get that great big thing in. But if you were keen, you could configure that before you clamp it up. But that was perhaps a bad light. I did it to save weight. Right, so we can put that up on there. Right, you want to get that wire coming in between the magnets. Let's get it in between the magnets at the back there. Right. Right, let's give this a go. So I think most people who ride with these just leave it dangling out through the door shut. Here we go. Right, so we've routed the cable in. Now, so let me show you this now before I get... So this switch is the on-off switch, and this switch is a mode switch, and you just press it and it springs back. And that jumps. Apparently there's 20 modes, which, as you'll see, you'll never know which mode, but it seems to power back on the mode you were last in. So when you set it up, you'd have to pick your favourite mode. Now, I was going to put it on the cigarette lighter that's in the dash here under the Pivy screen. It's probably a bit dark, but it sort of was coming across me and didn't have enough space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to route it and I'm going to put it into one of the cigarette lighter ports in the back, if you're lucky enough to have them. Because they didn't have them for a while, did they? Right, so let me do that in there. I can do all this by touch now. So, right, one drawback is we've just tested the power doesn't come to the cigarette lighter ports in this car until you start the engine. Even if I put the ignition on, so all the lights have come on, I didn't press the brake, we still got no, let me press the switch to turn it on. No, it's still no orangeness. So I've actually got to start the car up. So here we go, let's start it up. Okay, let me see if I'll switch it on now. Okay, so what mode have we got now, Destiny?
Flashing.
Flashing. So I'm going to press the pulse button. That's like a more psychedelic flash, looking at your face, Destiny. That one's a different one. There's one where it appears to go round, so I'm just cycling them now. Pressing again.
That one goes round.
That one goes round, does it? Is that more traditional? Yeah. Should we keep that one? But yeah, what happens is when you turn the car off, it keeps going for a bit, but you'll see it will soon decide to stop, which will be a bit annoying. It means you've got to leave your car running when you're on a breakdown situation. Still going though, isn't it? Yeah. Still go. No, yeah. So now, having said that, we've got the battery warning, low battery always. So it might last a little bit longer on a car with a better battery on it. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that video. We will get those on the website. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to buy those plates, and then you can go and be the AA/RAC to your mates. Good luck with that.